Hi everyone, my name is Mikaila, and today on my channel we're going to be talking about being a homemaker and how me and my husband live on one income. To give this video a little bit of context, we have been married for 12 years and we live on his income only. So I know in today's economic times it seems challenging and odd for a family to live on one income, so I thought I would talk a little bit about it and kind of share what it is that we do in order to live this way. So in our home, it is me and my husband, our dog Sammy, and we have a cat named Namu. So we don't have any human children, we have animal children. But there's just some little things that we do in order to be able to live off of my husband's income. So we are very careful about the amount of debt that we bring in and the things that we spend on. Like, for example, I love to decorate our home, and my favorite time of year to decorate is the fall and Christmas time. So I knew that I was going to be spending more money during these times of year, so I don't spend as much during the spring and summer on decor, just because I know I want to decorate in the fall and Christmas. So for us, I feel like it's a lot about just having priorities over what matters to us the most, and we don't really spend much outside of those favorite things that we each love. So I know that a lot of people during the summer like to take vacations, and that is wonderful, but in order to save money, that's just not a priority for us. I mean, we could save up for it if we wanted to, but it's just not something we're really concerned with. We're both homebodies and we like being at home. And we're also the type that if we want to go out and enjoy ourselves, we will just get in the car, go drive in the country or somewhere interesting to us and just look at things that are free, so parks and just things like that. We're okay with doing that kind of stuff. We don't have to have fancy vacations, although there is nothing wrong with those. Like I said, we just have priorities for what we spend on, and vacations is not one of those things. Another thing that we do is every time my husband gets paid, we sit down together and we go over every single bill and expense that we think could possibly come, and we categorize every single dollar. So we are not those people that are against debt, but we are careful within our own budget to never max ourselves out on debt. So if we are going to buy something and finance it, we just make sure that we can pay it off early, and just be sure that it fits into our monthly income. And we do this, like I said, every time he gets paid, so that way we are both on the same page and we know what we're spending in every little place. And I want to make sure to get in the most important point, which is that our foundation of our marriage and our lives, our finances, our home, everything is God. We have everything that we have because He has blessed us. We bought a home a couple of months ago, and we looked for a house for a while. We were going to build a house, but that was crazy expensive where we live. So we ended up buying this one, and God's hand has just been in everything. So I do want to make sure to just point out that everything is because of God. Financially, we have been in tough times. I think a lot of people go through that. We're not singled out, but God has always pulled us out of every situation that we have been in, and we are very, very thankful to have Him in our lives. Another thing that I know is quite odd for today's time is that me and my husband have one vehicle that we share. Now, we are in a good situation where I live very close to my mom and both of my sisters. So if I really need to go somewhere when he has the vehicle for work, it's not a big deal. I can go places with them or things like that. But we're not against having another vehicle. We just enjoy not having the payment on one for now. I eventually do want to get a car for me, but it's that thing again where it's not a huge priority for us right now, and our truck is paid off. So the insurance on it is really cheap and we have no payments, and it's just really amazing. So if you can ever get yourself into a position to where you can have paid off vehicles, I highly recommend it. It just feels so amazing to know that every month you're not having to pay a lot of money on a vehicle. And cars are super expensive now. I know they've always been a lot of money, but I feel like now they are more than I have ever seen. So I'm really thankful that we are able to have our vehicle paid off. Another thing is that we shop secondhand for lots of things. We do not shop secondhand exclusively, but I do want to share that most of the furniture in our home is secondhand, or we've just had it for a long time, or it's been inherited, things like that. And it's just one of those things where furniture is very expensive if you buy it new, if you want something that is good quality. So we just learned if you get it secondhand, you can get some really nice things and pay very little. And we are not, again, I just want to say we're not against like taking on debt or spending money. If you are a subscriber of my channel, you will see that I share thrift hauls. I love to decorate, and I'm going to be sharing some hauls for fall decor and Christmas decor coming up. So we do spend money on things, but it just saves us a lot for, again, those things that we love if we save in other places. And one of those is furniture. This table that you see right now and the couches in my living room and the end tables were all either free or very, very cheap. And we just always do that when it comes to bigger pieces like this, because again, you can just get some really nice things if you look on Marketplace or Thrifting or Craigslist, all those things. There's all kinds of places to find secondhand stuff, and it will really save you a lot of money. I also mentioned that about 2 or 3 months ago we bought a home, and we absolutely love our home. We are so thankful for it. We are so happy to be here. But in the grand scheme of, I guess, the average home in America, ours is considered smaller, and it is older. It was built in the 1940s, so it does cost significantly less if you don't go for quite as fancy of a house. I think my home is beautiful and I love it. So I just want to say, I'm not saying I don't like my home, but it does help that it is older and a little bit smaller of a home. So there is ways that you can save if you are out there buying a house. I know the market is crazy and it's hard to even find anything. We did buy our house for sale by owner. So if you are able to, that might be an option. If you are looking for a home, you can save a lot sometimes because people will charge less due to saving on realtor fees. But we absolutely love our house, and I am so thankful to live in this small old home. Another thing is that I really enjoy doing my nails, and I like doing my hair and makeup and things like that. But me and my mom and my sisters all do hair for each other most of the time. And when I want to do my nails, I do them myself. I just buy the press-ons you can get from Walmart. They're usually $10 or less for a package. I don't do them all the time, but sometimes I'll be in the mood for it, and so I'll go ahead and do my own nails. And then we always try our best to shop for things on clearance or on sale. Like the clothes you just seen me getting out of that bag. Those were some that I picked up for one of my nieces. They were on clearance, and so I grabbed those for her. And that's just something that we do in order to save us some more money on things that we need and on things that others around me might need. And now the big thing that I'm sure everyone is always trying to figure out is how to save money on groceries. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I am an expert in this area because I do struggle a lot with keeping the grocery bill down. I have some health issues that I'm recovering from, so I have to eat a more restricted diet. So that restricted diet does make groceries cost a little bit more, but some of the ways that we save on food is that we really don't ever eat out that often. There is periods of time, like when we were moving, we ate out a little bit more just because, you're so tired and so busy. But most of the time we eat out at home, and I do like a loose meal plan in my head before each grocery run, and I try to look and see what we already have and try to match it with things that we are going to buy, because it does save a lot if you try to use whatever you can in your own home. And I do want to apologize if you hear snoring. That is my dog, Sammy. He snores very loudly, so. But anyways, for groceries, that is what we do. And honestly, if you have tips on how to save money on groceries, if you want to share them down below, I would be very thankful, because like I said, I'm not an expert on that, and it's a struggle to keep the food bill down. I know a lot of people are in that same situation, so if you have tips, just share them so that everyone can see what it is that you do. And lastly, I do want to be very clear that I am not an expert. I do spend money on things. Like I said, I enjoy decor. I enjoy things for my house, but we just have to really put our priorities first when it comes to our budget. And if there's not money to spend on those things, then we just don't spend it. That's just the truth of the matter. And something that I have learned is to find joy in the people around you that you love and in God's love. You are never going to find it in an item that you will purchase. It will give you temporary happiness and like a dopamine rush, but it will not solve all the problems in your life for you. I promise you that. But guys, that is all that I have today. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you are doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is that you're watching this. God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye.